14-14 over the Reds.
Blows it. Rocket has a step. Oh, it's locked in. Gino Smith. Nice, he's got it. Drop it right all hands above that technique. Very nice. For Jason Myers, Seattle back on top. Seattle leads it 14-10. The Girls comes up with
is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try to
Verizon for $30? Get Verizon for just $30 a month. Only network of the NFL. Whopper, Junior, double, triple, Whopper, Hostile Baller, Bacon, Whopper, I rule this day. Who says I don't ask you? It's different. I don't want any presents. All I want is rest. We got a nice reindeer club. This is the team that's going to make the road. All you have to do is believe. Just to check it out. It's like your whole thing. You're smart. Just so dependable, reliable. But listen, see that on his chest right there? He does that thing for a reason. He's going to come back to him. He's going to need him to come alive at some point in this game. He's got to be able to shake that off. But the veteran that he is, he's got to know that it's not going to beat him at some point. Blast him down. Shot him up to 30 yards.
Materializing there. These two teams in that season. And it was the visitors getting the win there. So they'll be looking for the last one got a couple here, 2nd and 8. They'll keep it in the Bills. And he's up in it after a
when you find that kind of guy, you couldn't do more to pass ball carry against one. And go back and say your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it and keep it for a while.
here on 3rd and 4.
Preseason, because not really.
They'll look to throw. It's into the tight end Smythe. So they'll exchange it for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably going to come out with a little more fire than a 3 and out.
Bro, why?
Why would you let that go?
That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So here are the Jets now, backed up to start their first drive. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Hall again on 2nd down. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Set it up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt.
All right, not me. Fucking
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a 2nd opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain. Now the 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
That one
no fucking way, bro.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Back to throw now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll look this down inside the 30. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number 1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
no way. Pick the ball up, fellas.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Mills. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him. as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's definitely not been there for him in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now Hall to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
They ran the same play. What the hell?
It's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know you fucking lying. There's no way they stand me with the same play.
Now Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It's Xavier Howard who brings him down from his corner position. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top for Miller. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Got his man. It's the tight end Long. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position, and even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get him.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. There's just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Footing always a concern with the extra points up and go. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive is 7 plays in length. And it is with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Jets are 1-9 now on the year. And they come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And this is a team that has not shown much consistency during this losing streak because they've never really looked like they've been ready to play. You question their motivation. You wonder what's going on with them. And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but the body language, it's awful.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half, 10-0 our score. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. Touchdown! Chris Godwin, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man complete. That's Mills. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got Wilson, middle of the field.
I hit the wrong button.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to throw again. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw.
No way.
It's caught. Touchdown, Miami. Cedric Wilson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Play action. Now Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and 10. Wilson. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be out right at the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. There's Wilson to throw. And that one
wide open.
Incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with 1 man. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score always an exciting playing football. We witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Final play of the half. It's Wilson.
Wide open.
And he fires one incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now it's Wilson.
Oh, fucking
It's intercepted. Picked up by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Mills, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
That's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jalen Phillips in there to get him. And that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A handoff for Hall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, a hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They go play action now. Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right.
No fucking way!
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 2. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Boy, a
Rookie
right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Tackled by Ashton Davis up from the secondary. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now back to throw. They complete it to Hill. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 2nd down at 5. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Mills. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Up the middle they go. Mills, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Down inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead in this fourth quarter. Extra point and good by Sanders. That'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Wilson on first down. This pass out wide to Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Wilson will throw again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen
this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. 46 yards rushing for a down-the-ball. Good gain there on 1st down, and that keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They set the goal beginning of the year. Hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.